going on, guys? We're back with another replay analysis. This time of Death of Rats. There we go. My tabs are working now. Death of Rats coming in with the replay analysis through coaching tier. Actually, his coaching tier was a while ago. And honestly, I just completely missed his email. So I felt extremely bad, but he was very courteous, like everyone is to me usually through Patreon, and we're doing it now. So, sorry about that, Death of Rats, but we're going to go over this. But if you want to replay, analyze, go to patreon.com/Gibbs00. I'm a little bit behind the January ones. I'm trying to do probably just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then just include other videos at other times during those days. I was thinking about maybe doing 1 week of just like all 5 days. We're doing a replay analysis. I'll probably have other videos at like a different time slot as well. Let me know what you guys think to speed it up a little bit more, to get a little bit more like in line, or 3 videos a week. I will eventually catch up, but I'll still lag a little bit behind for a little bit longer. So let me know what you guys think. But let's get into the replay analysis of Death of Rats. First off, he's using Octane, so I like it. It looks nice. It's plain, but you know, that's okay. Like, I like the plain look. Like Marky, I think, uses completely plain look, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. He's got the, like, the little stripe, which works out. Let's go back to the face-off, because I'm not paying attention. Just a normal win, then you go back for your boost. Obviously, there's no boost there because the other guy went for that boost, so that's a little bit of a problem. This is not the greatest challenge in the world. Like, Nair is in front of him. He does turn around, so you expect him to come back. But it is hard to read exactly where Yo is, but it still wasn't, like, the greatest challenge in the world, because once you realize that someone else can beat you to the ball, then you should start trying to block your net a bit more on the approach and not worry about where you're hitting it, per se. But it looked like he was just trying to go for his own hit, not going for a block. So just gotta be aware of that. When the other team is probably gonna hit it before you, go for the dunk. Sometimes it leads to weird stuff where both people go for the dunk block, and then it just looks like both whiffed. Like, you'll see that like around the pro scene a lot. When you see 2 people miss, it's generally because they're both going for the block. But just gotta be careful with that. Here, his position fine. He's pulling back a little bit just because his 2 teammates seem to be pretty aggressive. Now it's his time to move. Oh, this is a poor hit. This seems more of like a panic hit. Like, Ford is like pretty much out of the play here. He lands pretty poorly, as you can see there. And now this ball is bouncing. He has a really good opportunity to just go for the shot here, or take it slow and go for more of like a dribble shot. Instead, he kind of panics and does a double jump and just throws it to the side, which turns into pretty much Blues possession if they wanted it, but the goalie didn't come for it. He then misses the next attempt at it, going up this wall, which it is hard. Like, when the ball is bouncing just a little bit off the wall to line up perfectly, but it was a good idea to pressure it, because their goalie should have definitely come out and taken that ball away from him, but that did not happen. So I think it was a good idea, just bad execution on the play. Ooh, that play was a little bit lucky. So he tries to bring this ball up. Like, this first hit's not terrible. He has to get it above the opponent, so it's good just like, stay on the ground. But then right after this is where he should try and control a bit more. The problem is it's hard to tell what's going on because you're in ball cam. Yo's coming in hot off something. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's not coming in all that well. And Death of Rats just kind of pushes the ball forward. Which doesn't really lead to anything. Luckily for him, oh, my alarm's going off. I think that's going to happen one more time. But anyway, because I think I hit snooze because I have a new phone, which I'm trying to get used to. It's tough. Anyway, it was a bad hit. Luckily, Respect kind of hits it right back to him, and he does get a little bit of a play. That backwards hit does bring it back, but luckily it goes over Respect's head, which could have been problematic. Like, you generally want to try and just pop that up higher and not worry about the jump, or worry about direction. Like, when you're backwards, just kind of pop it away. Let's see what happens here. So we'll go back. I actually want to look at this from the fly view. Like, you'll see how everyone just kind of just does this really, really poorly. Let's go to fly, and then we'll take a look here. We'll go back a bit. Try and... All right, we're on ball. Let's get off ball. I always forget how to do this sometimes, so bear with me. There we go. Okay. So we're going. My camera is stuck, but that's fine. So here we go. The ball's been pushed up. The shot happens. Now there's 2 guys up here. I don't know why I'm stuck. Guys, help me. The camera is stuck. But anyway, we'll go back. So 2 push it up. Now, the main problem is here. A prefect. I think I called him a respect before. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Prefect going for this play. He's the 3rd man left, so he has to make a play here. The problem is he goes up the wall way too early. And we'll go here. We'll add in some colors. Basically, he goes up this wall and is trying for the wall hit. Problem is the ball actually bounces off the wall pretty well. It actually comes right off the wall, so this isn't really going to work out for him. What he should have done was wait, because this play is not that easy. Oh my god, this is acting up like crazy. Okay, here we go. Alright, so what he should have done is kind of sit around here. Wait on the ground. Like, the ground is a lot easier to change what you're trying to do. So I would wait on the ground. Once this ball comes off the wall, then he's got an easy aerial to go for the block if he wants. Now, at the same time, the orange team is pretty close to it. It depends on boost levels. I'm not sure exactly what their boost levels were, but when you go for the ball as that 3rd man, make sure that you're going to be able to make a play first on it. And if you can't, what you should do is when you're chilling here, just circle back to your net. That's all you have to do is just go back. And then you just hope that they don't dribble you, basically. And basically, your main job is to waste time. And if you don't get hit at all, then you're not going to waste any time whatsoever. So let's escape this. And we'll go back into this. Hopefully my camera gets fixed when I go into a play review. Because it is majorly broken right now. Okay, so we'll go back into play review. And then Narb just takes a free hit. It's just a free shot. That's all that is right there. And that's all because Prefect is over here on the wall. Just completely misread the situation. Just wide open net. He even hits it pretty lightly. Like, if you just circle back to your net around this level, then you should be pretty good. Actually, I don't think I said what his level was. I think I closed it. So let me find that real quick for you guys. This has been a sketchy replay analysis. I am sorry. I am all out of sorts today. So I apologize. Alright, let's go into this. Let's see. Challenge. Alright, yeah. So this is solo standard. I forgot to mention that. Challenger 1, Div 3. He's Challenger 3 in normal standard. So around this level, generally, like if you circle back to your net, you'll be alright. It's not going to be the end of the world. Because they don't have enough to make like really solid plays off you on a dribble, generally. So it's not gonna hurt you generally. So instead of trying to read that hard place ball off the wall, just circle back. Just play it a little bit safer. So it's a good face-off win. His teammate gets the win. And this is actually like a really good call. He doesn't have much boost, but it's a good idea to stay a little bit involved because the ball's so far forward. And he's going for the hit at first, but then sees his teammate there. He's kind of looking for boost, which is smart, but there wasn't on there. And then turns out he almost got the pass for the shot, which would have been extremely nice. He probably should have not ball chased at first right away. Since he won that face-off, he could have looked for a boost a little bit quicker on the opponent's side or just waited for that pass instead, just been in a good position for it. And as soon as it doesn't work, though, when you have no boost, just get the hell out of there because you generally just want to go back and collect boost and let your third guy come in because he'll probably be a little bit further back. Like, say he was playing a net or something off the face-off. We'll continue here. Just waiting in net. Just trying to see if his other guys are making a play. It doesn't happen. That's fine to let his teammate clear it. Generally, what you want to do, like, say your teammate, here it is. I hit the right button that time on my alarm. So what you want to do here is, since Nair is in front of him anyway, just let him have the ball. Like, you never want to challenge as well. Like, hovering here is kind of challenging with that play, which you don't really need. And I'm going to go over to hovering real quick because this play looked pretty poor by him. So let's go back. I'm just going to circle back a little bit here. He's going to pick up some boost. Waiting for it. Okay. So right there, he's trying to make a play, but then his teammate makes a play. Look at all that boost he just wastes. I'm trying to see exactly when he hits a supersonic. Right there, he hits a supersonic. And then we'll just go in slow mode to really show how much boost he wastes. It just keeps going. He just keeps boosting. Wasting all that boost. That's probably about 20 to 30 boost-ish. I'd probably say about 20. Like, he just expels his entire boost canister to try and keep up with that ball, which is absolutely not needed. Like, once you're supersonic, don't worry about wasting all of your boost. There's that 5% gap of, like, you're supersonic but not exactly full speed. But I believe, now I could be wrong here, that when you're boosting and you're at full speed, like, you can then let go of the boost. I always forget exactly what the answer is, but it is so small that when you're not near the ball, generally, like when you're supersonic, you want to stop boosting immediately. But I think if you're boosting all the time, you're still not gaining anything, but there could be like a 5% bump. I'm not positive. That's one thing I always forget, but I'm pretty sure it's not that way. But if anyone knows, let me know. But that's just one of those things where boost management means so much. Like, instead of him being in the right position, he basically has to go for boost right away once again. And I'm not really talking about DeathofRats here too much. I probably should talk about him some more. This clear, not the greatest in the world. So right off this wall, like, it's a good idea to try and get rid of the ball. Generally, what you want to do is he can actually wait on this because there's no one around. Like, as you can see, like, the 3 blue cars are nowhere near this ball. He could have waited for the bounce and waited for a better angle to just clear the ball out completely. Because you see how Death on the other team is already across midfield. He can easily clear it over his head because they're pushing up way too hard. He does clear it to the side, and if he would have pushed it more to the midfield portion, he probably gets it by Death. Problem is, too, like, when it's not going off the wall, or going up the wall, I should say, then it's making the play a little bit easier for blue side to recover, and that's what Death does there, and gets the recovery play. Luckily, they got the dunk, but on those clears, when you have that time, you can wait for a better angle to get a better clear attempt on it, or even dribble those out, like, if you're feeling that confident. Generally, like, around this level, you're not going to be feeling that confident, so you just want the high, hard clear, instead of just, like, the panic hit right away. This play was a little sketch, because the other team does go in the air first. Yo goes in the air, but he also takes a completely terrible route, and then Death goes up and makes the play. Now, what do you want to do? Like, if this situation does happen where you go up second, but if you're, like, already up, you just want to try and block as many angles as possible. Here, it didn't matter, because it was a bad aerial by Yo. But then, generally, like, you want to get high and just basically block where they're trying to shoot. And even if you completely whiff, if they whiff, it's not the end of the world. Once again, blocking is a good idea, like, if you're going at the ball late. But look at this right here. All 3 of blue cars, like the other car's just off, they're all going for the same exact ball here. Something you never want to do as a team. Yo was going up first, so I would say this is more his ball. But let's go back into Death's view here. One more time. So see how Yo jumps? So this is Yo's ball. Like, right here, Ford can hear his teammate jumping and boosting, so he should let it off. And then Death on the other team, I don't know what he is doing. He sees Yo in the air. He sees Ford there. He's like, nah, this is my ball. He jumps that late after everyone has already jumped and trying to hit this ball. This is just terrible positioning, and this is why he is stuck at this level. You do not want to be making plays like that. That is just incredibly bad when you're the 3rd guy on defense. Death makes the play. Now here, though, hovering. So, like, this aerial wasn't the greatest for sure. But then hovering comes in. And he just saw that all 3 guys flew past him. The only guy on the ground is Ford right now. And look how early he pre-jumps at this ball to rush this hit. This is absolutely not needed whatsoever. And again, this is what I'm talking about, like, around this level. Everyone just tries to get to the ball as soon as possible, no matter what. If they don't care how much time they have, they want to get there ASAP and just hit the ball away. And you generally don't want to do that, because here, like, this is a wide open net. All he's got to do is drive slowly at this ball, wait for the ball to bounce in front of him, and just throw it in net. Instead, he throws it in the corner, and this wastes a ton of time. And now DeathofRats has to wait for this pass. By this time, all 3 of blue are back, and it's an easy clear, when instead he could have just shot that ball if he waited a half second more and got an easy goal. So that's one thing to always keep in mind, like, around this level, is players are going to make really dumb decisions positionally, and what you want to do is actually take the time to hit the ball towards their net or towards the opportune area instead, because you have that time to use, because they just do terrible positional mistakes. Now this play, this kind of sucks. Hovering just misplays it here. Death is trying to get rid of this ball. He actually goes up the wall, which is his first mistake here. He really doesn't have to be on the wall. And when you're on these curves, it's actually a lot harder to make plays. Like, when you're higher up, then you'll see people drive, like, across the goal and fly. But since he rides this post, he actually gets a pretty poor hit. It's just sideways and down, right back to Ford, which is not the play that he wants, obviously. Instead, like, if he drives normal here and just and doesn't hug this curve, which generally you don't want to be on these curves if you don't have to. He could easily just push that to the side, and there would be no goal opportunity there whatsoever. So just be careful when you're around your own wall curves. It's not really a great idea to try and make plays off of that because it's hard to like turn and stuff on that. So you shouldn't be driving on those unless you absolutely need to. This is a pretty good save. Coming in here. Yo going up for it. Like, I think he does go maybe a little bit too early here. Maybe should have tried to read the situation a little bit better first. See how he's boosting across. He had a little bit more time to save that boost. I think he still would have made the outside post shot. But instead, he's up a little bit too close because if Yo hits this high, Death has no chance at a save here. Luckily, Yo hits it low, and Death makes the save. But I would have liked to see him a little bit closer to the goal line, because it just gives you more time to make that save or see how the hit is going to happen. And, like, you can have a better reaction time instead of just kind of throwing your car at it and hoping for a block, which is basically what Death did there. So moving on here, we got still the 1-1 game. So this play, a little bit rough as well here. So Nair, again, kind of over-rotates Death. Like, this happened a couple times throughout this game. Nair should really rotate behind him. He should expect Death to have more boost and just, like, keep everyone involved. He does kind of rotate behind him. Not really, though. But now all three are in the general area. Hovering, like, can make a play in that ball, so it's tough. But it shouldn't be all three, no matter what. But Death actually just reads this poorly as well. Just takes a weird jump. He's trying to play, like, off Hovering, maybe, because Hovering's in the way. But, like, once you see a car, like, on your own team kind of in the way, sometimes you just have to give up the ball and let them do what they're going to do. And just be a little bit more patient around it. Because, again, like, around this level, there's going to be a lot of positional mistakes. And the players that kind of sit back and wait for their opportunities will have a lot better of a chance around this level. This last save, not the greatest either. Throws it right back into the middle of the net, which is extremely poor. Just reads it kind of poorly off the wall. He probably should have met that ball while it was in the air to make sure there was no shot. Like, turned under it first, but either way, it works out. We're going to overtime. Now, again, Death try to be passive, which makes sense because his teammates have been pretty aggressive, and we've seen like a few times where all three are going for the same ball. This ball, he could have made a better clear here. I understand why he might want to go sideways because Yo is coming for a block. So, like, instead of trying to push it forward, it makes somewhat sense. But at the same time, it might be hard to trust your teammates with a chip into the middle, which happens there where his teammates just completely fail it. You generally want to push it forward a little bit, because, like, around this level, a lot of it is field positioning. So you want to just chip it forward if you can. Yo was kind of in the way for the block, but not terribly. And then this last play here, everyone whiffing, as per usual, around this level. This was a good clear. Just throw it off the wall. And it's also a bad angle for them to try a shot. Great center here. Ford going off the post. Probably wasn't the greatest idea, but it might have worked, like, if he actually makes contact there. And then Nair coming in. He's in the good center spot. Now, this is a good center ball because basically, when you shoot and you're not sure how accurate your shot's going to be, you generally want to go near post. And this is exactly why. Because say you go outside post and miss this shot to the outside, there is no pass attempt. But since he went near post and he missed it, it's a perfect center for Nair, and Nair gets the finish. Almost missed it, too. That was actually really close. But Nair did pull it off. Kind of panicked at this shot, too. I might see why here, because Death is coming in to try for the save, so he did kind of have to push it a little bit quicker. But they do get the goal, and they get the win. And that'll do it, guys, for this replay analysis. And a lot of positional mistakes across the board in this game. Boost management, which is something that we don't talk about a lot near the later parts of, like, these videos. But it's always something to keep in mind is that boost management is real. And make sure that you're not wasting boost when you don't have to. Like, I know that, like, I still probably waste some boost here or there, which I really shouldn't, but it's always something to keep in the back of your mind going forward in these when you play Rocket League in general, really. But that'll do it for me, guys. Sorry, it's a little bit of a shaky replay analysis. I don't know. Like, today, I'm just thrown off. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for all the support on Patreon. And we'll see you next time. Later.